reminders, as we saw Thursday evening for the Saints. Grant Crawley gets the call once again. He came up huge in that third period and in overtime. And his counterpart at the other end is Chase Martin. So we do the face-off all over again, and we are underway. And the ball is picked up by Stu Martin. Turned over, though, and the Saints try to get it. So they battle along the boards. And we're already going to get some pushing and shoving here, as we just get our first whistle, and we get a little bit of pushing and shoving. So no love lost between these two teams. So the Saints have possession here. They are on offense. We'll see what they can do here on their first possession. With the ball, it is Johnny Ray. Ray goes across. Here's a shot that just misses wide. Comes back over to Ray, and Ray will take a look. Puts it over top. There was a shot fired by Dewey Porter. Porter tries to pick up that loose ball. Right in front of the Six Nations bench now. Picked up there and controlled. Here, Sarter. Sarter tries to pass it off to Critch. Shot clock expires, and as it expires, Six Nations picks up the ball. So they'll look to go the other way, and it's Stu Martin. Has his stick checked just as he went to make the pass. Pass, though, did get to the intended target, and Stu Martin has it once again. Van Every passes off. Trying to make a move. Holden Weiss. Weiss gets denied as he tried to go to the net. Got a penalty coming up, though, to the Saints. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Into the corner now. Shot clock expires. Penalty now will be called, and it'll be a holding call going against the Saints. So DJ Nedelko gets the penalty. 2 minutes for holding. First power play of the game going to the Saints, or going to Six Nations. So it's Roger Weiss setting things up. The Rivermen begin to pass it around. There's a shot. Crawley made the save. Martin got denied, and now taking it the other way with a lot of time is Johnny Ray. Ray fires a shot, bounces and misses, and it'll hit the ceiling. Possession goes back to the Rivermen. Roger Weiss makes his way down the floor. And Weiss passes off to Holden Weiss. So it's Roger to Holden. Back up to Roger Weiss. Here's the quick shot off the pass, and they score. Wayne Van Every gets the power play marker at 1:55. And it is 1-0 for Six Nations. Six Nations gets the early 1-0 lead. Thursday evening, it was the Saints that jumped out to the 1-0 advantage. So now the Saints will trail 1-0 here this afternoon and try to answer back quickly. Here's a pass across to Dan Keene. Keene spins, gets pushed aside, gets a bit of a screen now, has to send it back up top. Saints work it around very quickly. Durdick finds Keene. There's a shot. Nice save made. Chase Martin got his right arm out there. Here's a breakaway pass now for Brock Boyle. Boyle comes in. Boyle just misses and then gets hit hard into the end boards. So the missed shot gives possession to the Saints. And Devin Sarter brings it up the floor. Chris Atwood has it now. Atwood looking for an open man. Now they're going to have some time, though, the Saints, because they get an extra player out there as we have a delayed penalty coming up to Six Nations. Here's Atwood. Atwood across. There's a quick shot, and they score. Atwood across to Jeff McNulty, and the Saints have tied it up. So on that delayed penalty, McNulty strikes, and we are knotted up. A perfect pass there from Dan Keene over to McNulty, ties it up. Keene had 3 goals the other night, and then showing his vision early on. So now the Saints, there's a big hit just in front of their bench, or in front of the Six Nations bench, but here's an opportunity. Now there's a shot and they score! Jordy Deredick got in all alone, and he scores to give the Saints a 2-1 lead. After a big collision right in front of the Six Nations bench, it looked like everybody kind of got caught looking around. And Deredick pounces on the loose ball, comes in, and he puts it home. So just like that, the Saints now have a 2-1 lead, and Six Nations trails by a goal. Van Every passes over to Green. Green has a chance to come down the middle, takes a shot, it got deflected, goes behind the goal, and it gets picked up now by DeBrone. Long pass down, here's an opportunity. Big save by Martin, denying Ross Smith. And then Smith gets smothered in the corner, and the Saints will maintain possession. Johnny Ray, left side, passes it across. Gives it to Sarter, but interference against the Saints turns the ball over to the Rivermen. Ball goes into the corner now. Battle for it. And it comes to the side of the net, no problem. Picked up by Crawley. Crawley was looking down the floor, but it got picked off. So Six Nations gets those active sticks out there, intercepts the pass, and now they take back possession. Here's the pass across, over to Roger Weiss. Weiss spins, fires, save made by Crawley. The rebound, trying to pounce on it was Randy Martin. Also in there once again was Weiss. Ball squeaks down the floor, hard after it now, picking it up. And setting things up now, that is Brooke Muir. Jordan Critch to Atwood, who fires a shot that misses. Comes off the wall, back over to Critch, into the corner. Sliding in the middle is Keene. Keene takes the pass, dives as he was getting checked. Got a shot on goal, and the save was made by Martin. Battle for the loose ball. Battle continues on. Nobody can get it yet. Jacob Kranz finally comes away with it. And then he scoop passes it over ahead for Stu Martin. Martin to the man off the bench, Van Every. Van Every now finds an open Rod Squire, who fired the shot, but Crawley made the save. Here's DeBrone. And Mark DeBrone between his legs. Nice little pass, handing it off to Caven Sullivan. Now to Johnny Ray. Ray's pass does not connect, and it's picked up there by Martin. Martin tries to pass, was looking to get it ahead for Logan Kane, but that did not connect, so the Saints take back the ball. Atwood, near boards, makes the pass to Keene that missed, went in on goal. Chase Martin scooped it up. So we've played 6.5 minutes here. Opening frame, 2-1 lead for St. Catharines. Six Nations with the ball. It's Randy Martin. Martin kept to the outside, back up top, passes it across. Through the middle now, did not connect with Green. Picked up by the Saints, pass down the floor, opportunity for Atwood, and he scores! Chris Atwood strikes to give the Saints a 3-1 lead. So the breakaway has been working for the Saints as 2 goals on a breakaway here in this first frame. So 3-1 lead for St. Catharines. Off the draw, trying to get it was Mike Atwood, but it got picked up by the Rivermen. Crayons has it. Passes it over now to Stu Martin. Martin back to Crayons. Crayons flips it off to Martin. Martin outside now. Brock Boyle passes inside. Trying to spin is Mike Miller. He takes a shot, and it misses wide. Comes off the glass, picked up by the Saints. And Caven Sullivan slows things down. Finds the man off the bench, and he gives it to Devin Sarter. Sarter into the corner. Pass back out to Keene. Keene to Johnny Ray. Back to Dan Keene. Keene, he is crafty. Goes behind the back to the man in front. How about that shot? Fired, but just wide by Dewey Porter. Penalty coming up to Six Nations. And we got a slashing call. Murray Porter heads to the box for slashing. So Six Nations now shorthanded. And the Saints go on to the power play. First power play opportunity, although they did score with an extra man out there on a delayed call. We'll see what the Saints' man advantage can do. It's Critch in the center, left side to Keene. Left side down low. Atwood has it back. Atwood bounce pass out to Critch. He takes a shot. Might have been deflected as it missed the net. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Once again, Critch has it to Keene. Takes a shot. Martin made the save. Ball bounces down the floor. Picked up by Keene. Fresh 30 to work with for the Saints. They attack quickly. Critch behind the back to Sarter. Passes across. Atwood was trying to find the man on the back door. That was McNulty. Didn't connect. Picked up by Keene. Across to Atwood. He'll shoot this time. And it got blocked. Nice play. Getting the stick in there by Logan Kane. Now the pass back misses. And it goes down the floor. Crawley out of the net to pick it up. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Keene fires it on goal, but the shot clock had expired. So down a man, the Rivermen have the ball, and here's an opportunity for Stu Martin coming through, and Crawley makes the save. Crawley throws the ball between his arm and his side and allows the Saints to take back control. It's Dewey Porter to Sarter to Critch. We'll see what Critch does this time. He passes over to Atwood to Keene. Diagonal pass. Here's a shot. Ripped just wide and goes out of play. Six Nations now has the ball. And shorthanded, they're able to move in to the attacking end with 12 seconds left in the penalty. There's a shot from Holden Weiss. Picked up now by Andy Tober. Tober ahead for Atwood. Chris Atwood gets out of harm's way, knowing the man was coming out of the penalty box. And we're back to even strength. 5 men aside. Outside shot. Fired, and it was stopped as Dewey Porter got denied. Here's a bounce pass down the floor, intended for Crayons. He can't take it off the end wall, picked up by Keene. Long pass down the floor now to Johnny Ray. Ray gives it to Chris Atwood. Atwood. His pass gets picked off by Alex Martin. Martin now tries to make a pass ahead for Brock Boyle, but got broken up. Rivermen getting a little sloppy in their own end. But now they have full control. And Wayne Van Every brings it down the floor. Van Every spins, made a nice move, flips it behind his head, and the shot got fired there by Green. It was stopped. Here's a pass ahead, could be another break. Spencer Allen brings it up the floor. We got a penalty coming up to Six Nations. Allen's checked as he bounce passes it over to Critch. Critch goes back over the line, and with a delayed call, that gets the whistle. So too many men going to the Rivermen, as it looked like Spencer Allen. Official says he came out too early, so too many men call. Saints to the power play, didn't connect the last time, but they're right back on the man advantage. And they start to work it around. Critch up top in the center, passes over right side. That's Sarter into the corner, looking to pass out in front was McNulty. He was intended for Keene, but it got broken up. Mike Miller brings the ball ahead. Along the boards, here's Miller, works his way towards the center. Gets denied for a moment. Still has the ball. Miller being checked. Two Saints all over him. And now a loose ball. We get the whistle as Roger Weiss got hauled down. So possession remains with Six Nations. Now Weiss is pinned up in the corner. He's just trying to kill those seconds off the penalty clock. Weiss doing a nice job here. Finally, he's stripped of it, but took quite an effort to get away from Weiss. Away from the play. A big collision saw Spencer Allen get rocked. And we're gonna have 2 minutes for interference going to Roger Weiss. So Weiss taking out some frustration on Spencer Allen. And that's gonna be a little bit costly here, or could be, as it's a 5-on-3, a 2-man advantage now for the Saints. 2-man advantage for 50 seconds. So plenty of time for the Saints to strike. Leading 3-1 here, 7.5 to go in the first frame. There's a shot, Martin made the save, McNulty got denied. McNulty though picks it right back up. The diagonal pass behind the back. How about that pass by McNulty? The quick shot fired by Atwood, but Chase Martin is up to the task. Martin's pass now does not connect. Loose ball right in front of Six Nations crease. Finally scooped up and passed ahead by Kiknosway. Logan Kane protecting the ball. Using that free arm just to shield himself. Still has it. Now he passes it off. There's a shot, and that hit the post. Wenister Green had a good shot there. Now off the bench, unable to scoop it up was Brock Boyle. It's swooping in to get it now. That's Pete Hill. So Pete Hill has the ball. Still shorthanded, first penalty is up. So it's 5-on-4 for the Saints. But right now, the 4 runners out there for the Rivermen have possession. Hill tries a little swim move there. Tried to work his way towards the goal. Still backing in, 2 Saints all over him. They finally pull him down to the ground, and that'll be an infraction. Keeps possession with the Rivermen. Now in the corner, Wayne Van Every. He lost it, scoops it back up, comes in front of the crease. They fight for the loose ball, and it's finally picked up. And now we've got another penalty coming up to Six Nations. As once again, it's away from the ball. That time, Mark DeBrone got crunched down to the floor. And so we have a delayed penalty coming up to Six Nations. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Roger Weiss. Pass across to Atwood. He tried to shoot. And just missed. Now he gets pushed into the corner by Kranz. And the whistle goes. And advantage ends. Go right back onto the power play. So plenty of opportunities here for the Saints on the man advantage, although they haven't been able to click here. We'll see if they can get it going this time around. Outside, Critch to Sarter, back to Critch. Passed it to McNulty. There's a shot from Critch. Martin made the save. Mike Miller runs it down the floor, makes the pass, finds the open man, and a good save made by Crawley as he denied Green. Now Crawley passes it for Atwood. Minute 15 seconds left in the man advantage. And the Saints start to set up. Atwood takes the shot. He was looking short side, and Martin just got his arm on it. Here's Atwood once again. To Critch, to Atwood. Martin made another save. Loose ball, corralled by Atwood. Passes it across. McNulty fires. He was stopped by Martin. Some good saves here from Chase Martin, keeping his team in this one early, as the Saints lead by 2 and have had plenty of power play opportunities, but haven't been able to click just yet. Right now, the Rivermen, shorthanded, are able just to kill the clock. 22 seconds left in the penalty to Van Every. Saints trying to get that ball back for one last possession on the man advantage, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. Holden Weiss getting pushed into the corner. Weiss dips that shoulder, powers his way through. Finally, it's turned over. Saints have the ball, but Weiss steals it right back. So Holden Weiss gets the ball back. Penalty is over, and we're all even. Six Nations with the ball. Roger Weiss has it stripped away, and now here's a chance down the floor. Mark DeBrone. DeBrone, low shot. Martin made the save. Nice save there. Six Nations gets it back and starts their way up the floor. 3 minutes to go in the opening frame. Six Nations trailing St. Catharines 3-1. Loose ball, Crawley reaches out and able to pull it in as the Saints take over, and they'll get the offense out there. Johnny Ray has the ball. Ray up top to McNulty. Dewey Porter got the stick up in his mask, fights through that. Here's Keene, takes that shot from far outside. It was stopped by Martin. Bounce pass ahead for Krantz. Had troubles corralling it. Does a nice job to bat it ahead, however. And Six Nations gets the ball back. Krantz, his pass, almost stolen. Good active stick there from Jordy Deredick. And now the Saints take the ball back. The Six Nations having a tough time on the offensive side of things. Some good defense from the Saints has swarmed them here in the opening frame. Atwood takes the shot and he scores. Chris Atwood, his second of the game, makes it 4-1. And you could really see it there. Atwood just taking his time, waiting to pick that perfect shot. It's full extension, shooting it right over top of the defender. And he picks his spot perfectly to beat Martin. St. Catharines now leads 4-1. Ball goes into the bench, and possession goes to Six Nations. So the Rivermen trail by 3 here late in the first period. They'd like to cut into that deficit here if they can. Squire, his pass Comes off the boards. However, it does get picked up there by Green. Pass across, and that just missed. Now, once again, Squire to Green. Shot missed, and he tried to use his glove to knock it down. Saints get possession, quickly ahead. Andy Tober has it, and we're into the final minute of play in the first period. Andy Tober retreats back to mid-floor, passes it to Dan Keene off the bench. Dan Keene tries to drive by his man. Didn't have the lane, passes it to Ray. Outside, behind the back was Porter. Porter connects as he gets the ball. Over to Sarter. Sarter to Ray. Johnny Ray, bad angle. Tried to pass out in the front to Keene, and he was knocked over. Couldn't take the pass. 26 seconds left here in the first period. Shot clock and game clock pretty much are in sync at this time, so this could be the last possession. We'll see what the Saints choose to do with it. Behind the back pass, intended out in front for Randy Martin. Didn't connect, but they get it back. Roger Weiss behind the back. There was a shot that misses. Just 3 seconds left now. Weiss, long shot, goes off the head of Brooker Muir. And the buzzer sounds. And I do think, though, we're going to have one last possession here for the Rivermen. Likely there'll be a second put back up on the clock. So we wait to see what they put up on the clock. And they do. They get 1 second up on the clock. So Roger Weiss is just going to bomb it at the net. There's lots of traffic right now in front of Crawley. There's the shot. On goal. Got through. Crawley makes the easy save, and the buzzer sounds to end the opening frame. So it's a 4-1 lead after 20 minutes of play for the St. Catharines Saints, led by 2 goals from Chris Atwood. And they head into the locker room with a 3-goal advantage. Stick around. The second period will be coming up shortly. Here in Ohsweken. Second period action between the Six Nations Rivermen and the St. Catharines Saints about to get underway. St. Catharines leading 4-1 after 20 minutes of play. Led by Chris Atwood, who had a pair of goals in that first period. The Saints have that 4-1 lead. Different story than the other night when it was Six Nations that hopped out to a good-sized advantage early on. And it was the Saints who had to claw their way back, eventually coming all the way back to win 9-7 in overtime. Today, a different story. The Saints playing with the lead, and we'll see how they can perform here in the second period. Long shot, fired on goal. Chase Martin made the save. Picked up now, and Stu Martin is ahead with it. Stu Martin passes it. Finds Pete Hill. Hill, bounce pass behind Stu Martin, and it's a race for that loose ball. Picking it up. Here's Johnny Ray. Ray, one-handed shot, and he is stopped by Chase Martin. Good effort there from Johnny Ray. Rivermen now try to set up on the offense. Green, flip pass to Martin. Randy Martin gets stopped in front. And now turned over, however. Here's an opportunity. Pass by Stu Hill missed. He then gets a shot on goal, and it was stopped by Crawley. Grant Crawley made the save, passes it ahead now. Off the bench. Here's Atwood. Chris Atwood fires it, and it is stopped. Chase Martin had to look behind him, but he kept it out. There's Stu Hill firing another shot. It missed, goes down the floor, and it could be a breakaway. Picked up, opportunity for Critch, and it is denied. Critch now, quick pass. Finds Keene. Keene tried to flip it out in front and it got picked off. Here's Mike Miller ahead. Miller slows things down. Bounce pass. Almost went out of play, and it gets picked off. So that's a turnover. Ross Smith ahead with it. And Ross Smith slows things down. He sets up, looking to see who's open. Finds the open man. That was Dewey Porter. His shot missed wide. Picked up. Muir into the center. Gets held up and then gets knocked down as he went to take a shot. Mike Miller now corrals the ball. And Miller passes it ahead onto the stick of Rod Squire. There's a shot from Weiss, and it missed, and the ball goes out of play. Saints don't waste any time. Spencer Allen has it. And Allen finds Atwood off the bench. Spinning. How about that move? McNulty takes a shot. It was stopped. Trying to pick it up was Murray Porter. McNulty on him. Got the ball. Finds the open man Sarter. Passed it to Keene. Keene's shot was denied. Big collision in front of the goal. Now the ball is picked up by Devin Sarter. Sarter backpedals now. Takes a look. Slows it down. Here's Johnny Ray. Ray to Atwood. Takes a shot and he scores. There's the hat trick for Chris Atwood. The sharpshooter puts another one home and extends the lead to 5-1. So Chris Atwood is on a roll here today. 3 goals for the Sniper. Has made it a 5-1 lead for St. Catharines. And the Saints now are in the driver's seat. They're in full control here. 4-goal lead. Early stages though, the second. Still lots of time. But you know Six Nations would like to get one back. They had the 1-0 lead. That's 5 unanswered at this point. Here's the shot. That was fired by Stu Hill. He gets it back now in the corner. Goes behind the goal. Hill looking for an open man. He finds Weiss. Roger Weiss with the shot. It was stopped. Goes into the corner now, and Weiss is able to pick up the rebound. Here's Roger Weiss. Tober comes right at him. Weiss on the outside. Passes it across. Finds Stu Hill. Hill passes it inside. Nice catch. One-handed. Falling down and scoring. How about that one from Stu Martin? Stu Martin with an acrobatic play. Getting knocked away from the goal. Falling down. Able to still get a shot off. And that's exactly what Six Nations needed. They're on the board here in the second period. They trail 5-2. So we'll see if that can get a little confidence, maybe build up a little bit of momentum for Six Nations. A beautiful goal by Stu Martin. Now we got a hold coming up against St. Catharines, and there was a good chance for Six Nations, but Crawley makes the save. Six Nations, they are getting a bit of momentum now here as they're going to the power play. An opportunity to strike. It's Allen to the box for holding. So the Saints kind of getting pushed back on their heels just a little bit here. They'll try to come up with a big penalty kill. Squire to Weiss. Roger Weiss to Holden Weiss. Back to Rod Squire. Roger Weiss to Holden Weiss. They work it around. Will Roger shoot? No, he passes off to Holden. Pass just missed him. Picked up by Squire. 7 to shoot. Here is Squire. Rod Squire takes the shot, and it went off the left arm of Grant Crawley. Loose ball is corralled by Van Every. Van Every across. Holden Weiss hit the side of the post, and then it's picked up by Mike Atwood. Atwood, 2 men right on him. He's in some trouble here. Loses the ball, goes into the corner. Trying to pick it up there was Caven Sullivan. And that's a 10 seconds. So the Saints turn it over. Unable to get it across the line. And Six Nations. Here on this man advantage, looking to strike. There was the shot by Roger Weiss. Crawley made the save. Picked up by Johnny Ray. Looking ahead for Dan Keene. Just missed, but Keene's able to take it off the boards. Here's Keene. With that little stutter step, got by his man, into the center, falling away, he shoots, and it hit the post. Keene loves that shot, going across his body and putting it back to the other side. He burned Martin on that a couple times the other night, almost did there, hit the post. Here's an opportunity now for Dewey Porter. No problem, easy save for Chase Martin. Bounced ahead for Rod Squire. Squire with the ball. It's told to just slow things down a little bit. Van Every passes it. Stu Hill doesn't fire. Passes it off. Back to Van Every. He shoots now. It was stopped by Grant Crawley. The rebound was picked up by Roger Weiss. We're all even. Spencer Allen returns to the floor. Here's the pass across to Holden Weiss. Across Van Every. Great save by Grant Crawley. Crawley got across and makes a great save there. Now here's Holden Weiss. Pass to Roger Weiss behind the back. Big collision. Trying to shoot was Randy Martin. He gets pushed aside. Passes off. Stu Hill with the shot. And he is stopped, but we've got a slashing penalty going to the Saints. And Six Nations goes back to the man advantage. So Mark DeBrone to the box for slashing. And Six Nations continues to try and build some momentum here on the offensive side of things. Van Every to Roger Weiss. Now Squire back to Weiss. They play a little bit of a game of catch. Weiss is just looking for that open shot. It was stopped by Crawley. Tober down the floor. Tried to get to Johnny Ray, picked off by Kranz. Kranz to Roger Weiss. And Weiss once again will start to set things up on the power play. It's Squire to Hill, back to Squire. Up top, holding with Green. Green gets it back, doesn't shoot. Now he gets an open lane for a shot. It was stopped, ball up into the air, picked up, fresh 30 for the Rivermen. Here's Weiss, takes the shot. Crawley, another save. Mike Atwood gets hit, has a chance to move it ahead. Knocked down, good stick there from Stu Hill to knock it down. Squire to Weiss. Weiss shoots, misses, gets his own rebound. Tried to go behind the back as he got checked. Squire to Van Every, back to Squire. Chance to fire, and a shoulder save made. Rebound picked up by Van Every. Passed across, missed. And the ball goes down the floor, but it is a fresh 30 for the Rivermen, so they do have time to get back up the floor. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. 35 seconds remaining in the penalty to Mark DeBrone. Power play, opportunity, Six Nations. There's the shot from Roger Weiss. It missed, goes down the floor. Out of the goal to pick it up is Martin, and he has to bomb it ahead as the shot clock expires. Tober now has the ball and brings it in to the attacking end. Handed it off to McNulty, and McNulty goes behind the net. DeBrone about to return to the floor. Here's a pass in front, and getting denied was Tober. All even now. Six Nations couldn't strike on the man advantage. On the offense here, here's a pass out in front. Getting denied was Green. Picked up, and it could be a 2-on-1. Ahead with it comes Muir. Muir passes it, trying to get it back over to Sarter, and it missed and goes into the corner. Here's Atwood. He's almost setting up in that spot he loves. Now he gets backed up to the board, so he lobs one cross floor to Sarter. 10 to shoot. Cross to Atwood. Will he fire? He does. That time he's denied, gets his own rebound. Backs in on his man, didn't have the shot he wanted, so he retreats out. Now he passes it, a beautiful dish, and the save was made as Critch fired that one from about 10 feet in front. Good effort here from the Saints as they knock the ball back, and they'll keep this offensive possession going. Allen. Over to Dan Keene. Right-hand shot, Keene. Passes it across. Gets it back from Porter to Keene. Back to Porter. A little give and go action, just misses. Loose ball, shot clock expires as the Rivermen pick it up. Bounce pass ahead. That one connects perfectly onto the stick of Brock Boyle. And Boyle gives it now. An opportunity for Logan Kane. He takes the shot. It was stopped by Crawley. Crawley says, let's keep things going. He passes it down the floor. Out of the goal is Chase Martin. Man on him. Martin trying to get a little bit of help. And now he has to run behind the net to pick up that loose ball. Wisely leaves it there for Mike Miller to get it. And now we're going to have a penalty going to Chris Atwood. Atwood knocked down a man away from the ball. So Six Nations will be getting another power play. Weiss's shot just missed. And Atwood will head to the box. So in the first period, it was the Saints that had a long stretch of power plays and man advantages. But this time in the second period, it's been Six Nations who has been seemingly living on the power play here. And now we've had an unsportsmanlike penalty given to Chris Atwood. So Atwood's now got 4 minutes. And it'll be an extended power play here. 4-minute power play now for Six Nations. As Atwood was not happy about that call. So Six Nations trailing by 3. Big opportunity here with this 4-minute man advantage. Roger Weiss passes it off. Here's a pass across. Opportunity right in the slot, right in the center. Randy Martin fired, and he was stopped by Crawley. Weiss has got it now. To Holden Weiss, to Roger Weiss. Roger fires. He was stopped. The rebound being battled for comes into the crease. They'll say it went off of one of the Six Nations players and goes into the crease, so that allows Crawley to send it down the floor. Gives it to Caven Sullivan. Sullivan passed it over to, I believe that's Keene, who then just got leveled. And the ball is taken back by the Rivermen. 2-on-1. There's a shot to hit the post. Van Every almost had his second goal of the game, but he hits metal. Possession stays with the Rivermen. Holden Weiss gets it back. Here's a shot from Van Every. It was blocked. Trying to pick it up is Roger Weiss. The ball goes behind the goal. Picked up. Stu Hill in front. The shot from Holden Weiss. He scores. And it will not count. Looked like we had a penalty going against Six Nations, so the goal will not count. There was a collision just in front of the crease, just before Holden Weiss let the shot go. And it's 2 minutes roughing to Roger Weiss, so that's the reason the goal will not count. Weiss gets called for roughing. So there's 2:35 remaining on the penalties to Chris Atwood. And 2 minutes up to Roger Weiss, so we're going to play 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. Unless we see some more penalties called. Here's Keene, lets it go. It got blocked. Keene goes back to get it, just in front of his own bench. Passes over to Dewey Porter. Porter gives it up. With it now is Sarter. Devin Sarter. A pass across. His man was tied up. Six Nations takes it back. And they bring it up the floor. Here's Pete Hill. Hill. Lots of room. Drops that shoulder. Fires the shot. Gets no rebound. Then he tries a little scoop shot on goal, and it was stopped by Grant Crawley. Muir gives it to Critch. Jordan Critch goes one-on-one with his man. Gets pushed outside as he tried to cut around him. Passes it to McNulty. McNulty, he's going to fire, and he just missed that one. He had that left side corner almost picked. Now here's a break for the Rivermen. Down the floor with it is Green. Green in. Tries to lift it over top of the netminder, Crawley, and it just missed. Kranz now picks up the ball. Hands it off to Van Every. Back over to Green. And now they give it to Rod Squire. Squire has the ball. Van Every back to Squire. He shoots. Save was made by Crawley. And the ball gets caught up in his padding. DeBrone passes it ahead for Critch. So under 6 minutes to go here in the second period. It's a 5-2 lead for St. Catharines. We're playing 4-on-4 here. And now, out of the box is Roger Weiss. So there's 25 seconds left in power play time for Six Nations. Here's Dan Keene, flips it outside. Dewey Porter thought about shooting. He'll hold up. Now just 10 seconds left in the penalty to Chris Atwood. Keene's gonna have to do a little bit of running, but they're just gonna try and kill out the clock. Here's Keene. Switches hands to fire that one, and it missed and goes out of play. So 3 seconds left in the penalty to Atwood. He'll return to the floor, but moving on to offense are the Rivermen. So we're 5 aside now as Roger Weiss comes in, passes it to Van Every. He was stopped on the quick shot, and then down on his knees, Crawley makes another save as he denied the open man in front. That was Randy Martin. Passed up ahead now. Opportunity for Deredick, and he got stopped. Ball goes into the corner as he tries to fight for that loose ball. Deredick steals it, comes in, takes a shot, and he just missed. And then as he tried to get it again, looked like he was in the crease. 4.5 to go in the second period. It's a 5-2 lead for St. Catharines. Van Every, left-hand shot. He ripped that on goal. No problem. Grant Crawley has been superb thus far this afternoon. Here's Spencer Allen. Makes the pass, and it connects as he gives it to Devin Sarter. Sarter fights around Kranz. Got a nice little screen there. Passes it over to Dewey Porter. Porter made the pass across to Chris Atwood. Atwood has Mike Miller draped all over him. Ball goes into the corner. Winning that battle was Logan Kane. And now we've got another penalty going to the Saints. Another penalty coming up. So Six Nations gets the extra man out there. The pass was broken up, picked up by the Saints, and we got a penalty going to Dewey Porter. So did not see exactly what the call was there, but it was behind the play as they started to chase back. Porter must have done something, caught the official's eye. So checking in the crease was the call to Dewey Porter. Here's Rod Squire to Van Every. Passed across. There's the shot. Right on the back door, trying to put it home as Randy Martin, but Grant Crawley has been up to the task all afternoon. Now here's a turnover. Up the floor with it comes Johnny Ray, joined by Tober, and Ray will stop. Ray Tries to get around his man on the outside, but he lost it. Picked up by Boyle. Rivermen haven't been able to connect on the power play this afternoon. They've had plenty of opportunities here in this period. Right in front of the net, Stu Martin took down Mark DeBrone. Holden Weiss to Roger Weiss. Roger Weiss behind the back, across, and they score! Stu Martin finishes it off after a great pass from Roger Weiss. Weiss goes behind the back, and a perfectly placed pass allows Stu Martin to quickly bang it home. And Six Nations is back to within 2. They trail 5-3. So that's a power play goal for Six Nations. And that is 2 power play goals in the game. Seems like the power play hasn't really been able to get much going after that long stretch of opportunities here in the second without any goals, but now they do strike once again. Stu Martin is second of the game. It's a 5-3 game. Saints are leading, but the Rivermen, they're pressing, trying to come back here into the final 2 minutes of period number 2. A shot by Stu Hill went over top. Trying to get it ahead was Mike Atwood. Tober now picks it up. And Tober got rocked away from the ball. That was actually picked up by Ross Smith, and Tober got flattened, standing just to the side of where the ball was. So we've got a delayed penalty going to the Rivermen. And here's a shot from Dewey Porter, and he scores. So with the extra man out there, the Saints, they strike. And they extend their lead back to 3 off of a nice shot from Dewey Porter. So it's a 6-3 lead for the St. Catharines Saints after the goal by Dewey Porter. Right now, however, the official was talking to the scorekeepers. Now they're going over to the Six Nations bench. There was a delayed penalty on that last sequence when Dewey Porter finally scored. Or when Porter scored with the extra man. And now it looks like Travis Elvin has been sent to the locker room. So Elvin might have been the player that hit Andy Tober. And that was what the delayed penalty was going to be called. Tober got rocked away from the ball. And there was a delayed penalty. Dewey Porter scored, so no power play, but it looks like whatever the penalty that was, the misconduct has been called. So we'll wait for the official announcement. Right now, Kranz knocks down his man, and St. Catharines will keep possession. So it's a 10-minute misconduct going to Travis Elvin. So he's gone to the locker room. Here's a chance for Roger Weiss, and he scores! Weiss took the dish and makes no mistake in front. And with 29 seconds left here in the period, Six Nations draws back to within 2. They trail 6-4. So 29.7 on the clock remaining here in the second. Roger Weiss gets to the goal. That's the 4th goal of the game for Six Nations. They're down 6-4. Mike Atwood wins that draw cleanly. Passes it back now. Shot clock turned off here for this last sequence. Brought ahead now by Mark DeBrone. Deredick to Ray. Passes it over to Dan Keene. 7 seconds left. 5 seconds left now. Keene still waiting. Here's the last shot. Passes it across for Deredick, and it did not connect. And the second period comes to a close. And the St. Catharines Saints led 4-1 after the first period. They lead 6-4 after 40 minutes of play. So stick around, shaping up to be another good.
77-11. Did he score the 2? Did Stu Martin got the 2, and then Porter and Weiss, right? Yep. 17-8.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the Gaylord Powless Arena here in Ohsweken. We are almost set for the third period of play between the St. Catharines Saints and the Six Nations Rivermen. It's a 6-4 lead as we enter the final 20 for St. Catharines. And we're underway here in the third. The Rivermen picked up a little bit of momentum late in that second period. So you know they're going to be looking to strike early on here. Down 6-4. Van Every passes over to Rod Squire. Squire passes it now behind the net. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Van Every gets it up at the top. He takes a shot that misses and will go down the floor. Picked up now by Martin, and the shot clock expires. Here's a shot, that one fired on goal, and no problem for a save there from Chase Martin as he denied Jordan Critch. Controlling it now. Van Every takes a shot, and that one goes out of play, so it's now Saints ball. Here's Atwood, 3 goals already. He takes a shot that missed wide, and now here's an opportunity. Pass down the floor, finds Mike Miller. Miller shoots, and he is stopped. The rebound pops right out, and that one was sent in on goal by Stu Martin. Six Nations keeps possession. Controlling it. Randy Martin. He passes it off. Stu Martin has it now. There's a shot from Randy Martin. Actually, that one was fired by Stu Hill. Missed at the side of the goal. Picked up by St. Catharines, and they're ahead with it. The Saints on offense, up by 2. Sarter into the corner, has a man on him. That was Murray Porter. Sarter just keeps his feet moving. Tried to pass inside, and it got blocked. Turned over now, and it's Alex Martin away with it. Martin makes the pass, gives it to Holden Weiss off the bench with the shot. Save was made by Crawley. Picked up now by Andy Tober. And Tober starts to bring it ahead. Up the left side, Tober fighting off the check. Flips it back now for Chris Atwood. Atwood to Dan Keene. Keene with it. It's a little bit of a screen. He's able to make a pass now. He's gonna holler for it. He gets it back. Keene lets the shot go. Almost picked the spot short side. It gets past McNulty and down the floor, and the shot clock expires. So Six Nations will now take over. Roger Weiss flips it for Van Every. Gives it to Holden Weiss. Tried the pass across to Roger Weiss, and it got picked off, and it's a breakaway ahead for Mark DeBrone. DeBrone fakes and tries to go over top of Martin, who denies him with a great save. Loose ball gets picked up by DeBrone. Fresh 30 now for the Saints. But that was a big save from Chase Martin. And now McNulty passes it across. Trying to get it back was Dewey Porter, and he gets checked before he could pick up the loose ball. Porter in the corner, backing against his numerical counterpart. Passes it up top. Here's Johnny Ray. Keene to Atwood. Atwood trying to get set up in his spot. Passes it over to Sarter. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Sarter tried to flip it inside for Critch, and it missed. Picked up now by Krantz. And there's the reset. Six Nations takes over. Passing it ahead blindly with Green, and that's a turnover. Duradick has it. Passes it to Chris Atwood. The always dangerous Atwood has the ball. Passes it to Keene. Keene, who can be just as dangerous. He had 3 goals the other night. He's looking, trying to find somebody to get open. Gives it to McNulty. Back to Keene. Keene gets leveled as he goes hard into the crease. And play continues on as Six Nations now has it, and they swing things down to the offensive side of things. Off the bench, Roger Weiss with the shot. He was stopped. Loose ball. It's a hustle for it. Heavy collision along the boards, and it's an interference. So the possession will stay, or will now go to the Saints. Atwood along the near boards, being closely watched. Here's the pass, looking back door. They were trying to find Johnny Ray, and it gets intercepted. Stu Martin turns on the Jets as he wheels down the floor. Here's Martin. He slips, falls down, tries the pass as he fell down, turned over, goes to DeBrone. DeBrone, 2-on-1. He'll elect to shoot. He was stopped, and Martin holds on. And now we're going to get a timeout as the official is calling for a towel to wipe down the floor in the spot where we've seen a couple players slip here this afternoon. So this timeout also gives Crawley a chance to go to the bench, and it looks like they're adjusting some equipment for the netminder of the Saints. Just fixing things up before they'll send them back in. Equipment at Crawley. He has been sharp here today. So is Chase Martin. No complaints about it. And either of these netminders, both have been solid between the pipes for their respective clubs. So Crawley returns to his crease. And Six Nations has possession. Van Every passes it. Gets the screen, sets it nicely for Weiss. Weiss is going to shoot. He is stopped, and we have a slashing penalty going to the Saints. Not happy about it. It's Caven Sullivan, but he's been called for slashing. So Six Nations has 2 power play goals this afternoon. And they'll try and make it 3 here as they look to draw back to within a goal. Holden Weiss to Rod Squire. Squire to Roger Weiss. Will he shoot? He passes it, and they go cross crease trying to hit Holden Weiss, and it missed. Pouncing all over it is Johnny Ray as he almost stole it, but Roger Weiss was able to pick it up. 1 second to shoot, and the shot misses, and the shot clock expires. So it's now Saints ball, shorthanded. Ross Smith. He'll hold on to it. Got backed in towards the line, then pushed up along the boards. He's down now on the floor, still protecting it. Gets upended, and the Saints were looking for a call there. At least give them the ball back. The official put the whistle to his mouth and then decided not to call it. So it's Six Nations ball, up the floor. 15 seconds left on the shot clock here on a man advantage. Weiss goes behind the back. Van Every with a shot, and it was blocked. Tober got in the way of that one. 6 seconds to shoot now. Out to Weiss. Weiss doesn't shoot. Passes over to Holden Weiss, who fired it, and it missed once again. Goes down the floor. Second shot clock violation of this power play. Tober picks up the ball. 30 seconds left in the penalty to Sullivan. Tober gave it to Keene, who went behind the back. It was stopped by Martin and picked up by the Rivermen. This will be their last possession of the man advantage. 12 seconds left in the penalty to Sullivan. Van Every to Squire. Passes it over to Green. Fired by Squire. Save was made by Crawley. Takes his time, finds an open man, and now the Saints come up the floor. Out of the box to Sullivan, and we are all even. Under 12 minutes to go here now in the third period. 6-4 the lead for St. Catharines over Six Nations. Atwood's pass hit a couple bodies. He got it back. Up top for Ray. Ray was trying to find Porter in the corner, and it's turned over. There's a turnover, though, as the Saints steal it. Porter with the shot, and he gets stopped. Rivermen get the offense out there. They'll look to situate. They find Weiss. Weiss had a point-blank opportunity, and it missed. I believe it went off the shoulder of Crawley, and possession will stay with the Rivermen. Here's Weiss. Tries to swing around that crowd of traffic. Passed it off, and the shot fired by Green hits a leg and goes out of play. Now Weiss has it. Roger Weiss barrels himself right through, and the bounce shot misses and goes out of play. St. Catharines. They move in with some speed. They find Keene, who just blasted it, and it missed. Now finally able to get under control there was Logan Kane. Flips it off for Randy Martin. It's Westminster Green with it. Rod Squire behind the net to Green. Behind the back, pass out in front, and scooped up by Crawley. And now, just getting thrown to the ground was Mark DeBrone. So DeBrone getting under the skin of a couple of the Rivermen, and they just tossed him aside. So it's Saints ball, and Atwood has it. 9:45 to go in the third. 2-goal lead for St. Catharines. Saints start to work it around. Atwood on the left side. Gets the screen, passes it behind the net. McNulty takes a shot. It was stopped, and we have a penalty going to Six Nations. High sticking going against Stu Martin. So St. Catharines goes to the power play, and this is the first power play they've had in quite some time. No power play goals for St. Catharines, but they have connected twice on delayed penalties. Keene fired it quickly. Nice job there by Sarter to bring in that rebound. There's a shot by Atwood. Was blocked. Bounces into the crease, picked up. And Six Nations moves ahead with it shorthanded. It's Kranz in front of the Saints bench. Lost the ball. Battle for the loose ball, and he comes back over the line. So it's turned over and goes back to the Saints. Keene. Over to Porter. McNulty to Porter. Porter across. Atwood up top. Porter to Critch. He scores! Jordan Critch rips it home. Dead center down Main Street. And that extends the lead. Back to 3. That's a big insurance goal. It's a 7-4 lead now for St. Catharines. Now off the draw, hustling after it is Boyle. Boyle picks it up and took a shot, and I believe it hit the post. I'll say it missed and went out of play, so possession now over to the Saints with a 3-goal lead. No lead is ever safe. 3 goals. We saw a 4-goal deficit be erased by the Saints the other night in the third period, so you know they're looking for more here. Up 7-4. Ray takes a shot right off the mask of Kranz. Goes down the floor. 2 seconds on the shot clock. It goes into the corner. Stu Martin's going to pick it up, and there's the reset. Martin to Kranz. And he gets tackled down to the floor. And that'll be a holding call. Almost a bit of a horse collar tackle. That's Kranz got taken down. So holding the call. And to the box goes Dustin Gatt. And we've said that they've had some big power play opportunities tonight, but this may be the biggest at this point. Down by 3, 7. Roger Weiss will start out with it. Weiss passed it off. He's up top. We'll see if he is the trigger man. He gives it to Rod Squire. Squire goes across. Over to Randy Martin. Back up to Weiss. Will Weiss shoot? No. He likes to pass it to Squire, who took a shot. It was stopped by Crawley. Battle for the loose ball. It's going to end up in the Saints bench, off the Saints. And the ball will stay down at that end with the Rivermen. Here's Weiss. Flips it off. Gets it back. Over to Squire. Squire shoots again. Missed over top. And now Johnny Ray picks it up. Ray hit hard there by Holden Weiss. The ball is loose. It's on the floor. Picked up. Scooped up. Passed in front. Van Every gets stopped by Crawley in front. Point blank. Good save there from Crawley. Mike Atwood now tries to move ahead. And he's able to split two Rivermen. Atwood passes it across. And it's scooped up. Here's Critch with it. He had the most recent goal, makes the pass. He was looking for DeBrone going to the net. So the Rivermen get it back. With 45 seconds left in the man advantage, they pass it ahead now to Stu Martin. Martin finds his man, and there's a save by Crawley as he denies a breaking in Stu Hill. Here is Sarter with it. Devin Sarter has Kranz on him. Kranz pushing him back and almost takes him down. Sarter did a nice job to stay on his feet. Kranz picks it up to Roger Weiss. Doesn't shoot. Weiss still has it now. The left-hand shot. Spins. Gets a little bit of help up top there from Green. Green comes in, picks it up, passes it to Squire. Squire across. Van Every scores! Wayne Van Every on the doorstep. Puts it home. And that goal, a big one. As it gets Six Nations back to within two. So it's a 7-5 lead for St. Catharines, 5:46 to go here in the third. Atwood wins the draw. He's excellent on those faceoffs. He did a good job there to win it and gets it to DeBrone. DeBrone up the left side. Thought he might have had some room. He stops and he sends it back out to mid-floor. Ross Smith gives it now to Atwood. Atwood has 3 goals, has some space. Now they come at him. Stick up in his face, so he passes off to McNulty. He takes the quick shot. It was stopped, got his own rebound. Across, there's Atwood, and he was denied. Martin made the save. Now behind the back pass by McNulty. Gives it to Atwood, back to McNulty, back to Atwood. Atwood sends it to Keene off the bench. Keene back over to Atwood, and Chris Atwood has got it. Keene creating some havoc, trying to get some space for the shooter, Atwood. His shot got blocked, picked up now by Stu Martin. Martin is ahead, could be a 2-on-1. Martin holds, passes it. There's the shot. Save was made by Crawley. Now Caven Sullivan will flip it off for Johnny Ray. Under 5 to go. To be exact, there's 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the third. 7-5 lead for St. Catharines. Ross Smith out to Ray. Ray sends it in on goal as the shot clock was ticking down to its final last moments. Saints have the ball, fresh 30 to work with. They kick it out to Ray. Ray to Critch, now to Sarter. Devin Sarter gets the screen from Critch. Critch swings open into the corner. Critch goes one-on-one with his man. Gets kept to the outside, passes to Smith. Smith takes a shot, and it bounces up and out of play. And now we'll get a timeout. Netminders will get an opportunity to catch their breath, go to the bench, and grab a swig of water. 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining, and what's been another tight one between Six Nations and St. Catharines. A 7-5 lead for the St. Catharines Saints. So the netminders back in position. And Six Nations has the ball. Holden Weiss barrels his way to the goal, and then he tried to spin and get a shot off. It goes in behind the net, and it got stuck on the back of the net. So that'll be St. Catharines' ball. Spencer Allen skips his way into the offensive zone, and he passed, missed it all the intended targets, and he had to retrieve it himself. Now he's in front of his own bench, and Allen makes a dish ahead, was trying to get to Dewey Porter, and it gets broken up. Krantz gives it off now to Mike Miller, and Miller didn't shoot. Miller sends it back to mid-floor. Gives it to Rod Squire. Squire dishes off to Stu Martin. He finds Van Every. One hand, flips it over. Behind the back pass by Green. Missed and went right on goal. So Crawley makes the initial pass as the Saints will start their march up the floor. Under 3 minutes to go now. Saints leading by 2. They've got possession here. Offense is out there. Johnny Ray gets the ball. Ray to Keene. Keene gets the screen from Ray. Passes back up top to Atwood. And the shot clock will expire. Atwood tosses it into the corner. 2.5 to go now. Valuable seconds now. Every second is valuable as the Six Nations Rivermen trail 7-5. They're on offense. It's Rod Squire looking in the middle, was trying to find Roger Weiss. Ball up into the air, picked up and intercepted by the Saints. It's Spencer Allen ahead with DeBrone. The pass is over top of DeBrone. It hits the top of the glass, stays in play. Squire now picks it up, and with 2 minutes to go, Six Nations has possession. Green passes it over to Van Every. We will see if Chase Martin goes to the bench. I imagine he'll be going to the bench soon to give the Rivermen that extra man. As we have now just 1:44 to go in the third. Six Nations trailing by 2. The Saints trying to keep them to the outside. Here's Roger Weiss. Makes the pass down low. Just rolling it along the ground was Pete Hill. Here's an outside shot from Weiss. It hit a leg, and it's picked up by the Saints. Down the floor is Ross Smith. And Smith now will stop and pass it out to Chris Atwood. Atwood sends it over to Critch. Jordan Critch with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. To McNulty, to Atwood. Sends it towards the net, and Chase Martin gets it. And Martin will give it to Mike Miller, and we are into the final minute here of the third period. Six Nations trailing 7-5. They got to strike soon. Huge possession here for the Rivermen. Squire to Weiss. He goes behind the back to Van Every, and he hit the post, and then just got leveled by Mike Atwood. Van Every, a little slow to get up, and he's going to pull a veteran move here. He wants the floor to be wiped. Would have given them a bit of a timeout. Official just will do it himself, and now that'll lead to Six Nations calling a timeout. So 37.5 seconds remaining in the third period. St. Catharines leading Six Nations 7-5. Six Nations has the possession as they will look to get to within one. They'll have to try and strike quick. Well, the timeout is up. Final instructions, and we'll see what Six Nations can do. Chase Martin's on the bench. It's 6 runners out there now for the Rivermen. 6 on 5. They'll start with the ball near boards. Beginning with it is Van Every. Van Every passes it out to Green. Green and Squire play a little bit of game of catch. It's Squire up top, over to Green. Green doesn't shoot, he gives it to Squire. He fires it. Save was made by Crawley. Big rebound here, and it is picked up now by the Saints. And Caven Sullivan comes ahead with it at the empty net. He misses. 20 seconds to go. The rebound picked up by Tober. And Tober now will start to run with it. And Six Nations has got to get in on Sullivan and Tober right now. Sullivan will retreat. And with less than 10 seconds to go now, the St. Catharines Saints are going to defeat the Six Nations Rivermen for the second time in a row. They sweep this home-and-home series this afternoon. It is St. Catharines 7, Six Nations 5. So the St. Catharines Saints start out the season 2-0, back-to-back victories over Six Nations. Exactly the way they wanted to start this 2015 campaign. The Saints 2-0. They sweep the home-and-home series. 2 close games, 2 tough battles. But when it's all said and done, that's 2 ticks in the win column for the St. Catharines Saints. So Chris Atwood leads the way today for the Saints with 3 goals. Also chipping in and helping this afternoon was Jeff McNulty, Jordy Deredick, Dewey Porter, and lastly, Jordan Critch had the 7th one. Another insurance marker that made the deficit too much to overcome for the Six Nations Rivermen. So the final score, once again, here from the Gaylord Powless Arena in Ohsweken, the St. Catharines Saints defeat the Six Nations Rivermen 7-5. Thank you for joining us this afternoon and watching along. For everyone behind the scenes, I am Mark McKelvey wishing you a good afternoon. And thanks for watching Senior B Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network.